Hey everyone, and welcome to this in-depth look at the chances of a severe and quite localized storm in the early part of next week. So we have some models that are showing some really intense but small areas of low pressure spinning up on this jet stream that would be over us or just to our south. And these could bring some very stormy weather into parts of the country if they come off. So we're looking at all the 12Z runs from the GFS, seeing what they're showing, and then finally we will look at the UK Met run, the high-res UKV model, and see what wind gusts they're predicting, as today's 12Z run really does show some severe winds, but it's probably on the very high end of the scale. So this is the 12Z run for the GFS from it's for Sunday at midnight. So Sunday sees a front move in from the west, bringing some rain over the country. It's pushing slowly northeastwards against some blocking. Now, into Monday, we start to see this little low forming to our west, and this low blows up. So Monday at 6 a.m, we're looking quite stormy, especially in the west and southwest, and this low pushes eastwards, so it's centered over East Ulster by Monday at midday. So it's waves of strong winds moving eastwards over the over the Midlands and south of the country on Monday. Before on Tuesday, it clears off, and a trough forms to our south on Tuesday, and it forms then into an area of low pressure on Tuesday evening, and that brings some strong winds to northern France and Belgium. Actually, also quite stormy there as well. So the GFS does have a storm on Monday for Ireland and on Wednesday for France and Belgium. The ECMWF is next. We'll skip to Sunday. So on Sunday, we see that system come in from southwest, bringing some rain, moderate at times. And into Monday, we actually don't see much on the ECM. A trough forms to our east and does form an area of low pressure, bringing some strong winds, but this low isn't as severe as the one on the isn't as severe as the one on the GFS, and it's bringing the winds to Belgium, Holland, and Germany, while we just have a typical westerly flow. Again, a new trough forms over us and to our south on Tuesday, and this brings stormy weather to France and Belgium and Germany again, and up into Holland as well. So both runs show a storm for France and the Low Countries on Wednesday, Tuesday nights, and so far only the GFS shows the storm on Monday for Ireland. Now this is the UK Met run. So Sunday, Sunday we start off with rain pushing eastwards. Then we push towards midday on Sunday, and it clears that way. This little low is bombing out, and look at that. Very isolated, but very tightly packed isobars here. And this little nasty feature pushes across the country, bringing severe winds, especially to the southern half of the country. You'll see it in the mo on this chart up here, but it's probably overdone. Then it clears eastwards to bring stormy weather to the UK, really stormy there for a time. Then it moves off into Europe. Then the next low comes in on Tuesday evening. Extremely tightly packed isobars, stormy winds, especially to our south, but still strong easters up that east coast. And then stormy for southern UK on Wednesday, before it tracks into Europe by Thursday. So this run has the storms all over us at their most intense time. It's the GEM, but I say that should be overdone. I'd highly doubt that we'd see storms of that severity, especially when you see the wind gust graphic later on from the UKV. This is the GEM, so we'll skip to Sunday. Sunday, we're seeing rain moving in on this westerly to southwesterly winds. Now, on Monday, we see a severe low, not really severe, but quite a windy low, just to our north. That brings some gusty winds to the north, but not really a storm. Let's see what happens after that. So on Tuesday, again, that trough forms to our south, and a low forms as well. Pretty windy over France and wet as well. Let's see what happens with that one. Not really anything. So both lows on the GEM don't really turn into storms. The icon is next. Let's see what this one shows. So Sunday, we have rain moving in on Sunday. Then, do we see anything on Monday? I think that icon has the low forming further east. This low here, but also it's nowhere near as intense as the lows like the GFS and the UK Met are showing. Absolutely not. That one is flimsy compared to those. What happens after that? That trough forms to our south. Actually, the icon has a storm for us, especially in the south on Tuesday nights. This little low comes through, and also for the UK on Wednesday morning, as it clears through, and then it clears through into Europe into Wednesday, bringing windy and also quite wet weather as well. Notice that with heights rising over Scandinavia, and easterly wind is moving across Europe, but it's not reaching us because we are blocked by the Azores High. And then finally the arpège. Let's see what this shows. Sunday, we see a low moving in from the west, bringing rain. Is the hover on? It should be on. Yeah, it is on. Okay. So Monday, let's see what happens. Yeah, the arpège has a severe low forming right over us throughout Monday. This trough here forms a low, and that brings gusty winds to the Midlands and South on Monday. And that clears to bring some very windy weather to Northern England and Scotland on Monday nights. And this next trough is forming to our west on Tuesday. So quite a lot of runs are showing. Well, let's think about 3 or 4 runs are showing that storm for Ireland on Monday, and about 4 or 5 runs are showing this low bombing out over France and Low Countries. So this needs watching, especially if this scenario comes off. I say it won't come off, but this is really severe. So let's start on Sunday, because that's when it will start. So wind gusts Sunday morning over Ireland about 20 to 35 miles per hour, strongest in the east and north, nothing crazy. Look at this. Sunday at 12 p.m. This hook of extremely strong winds between 70 and 90 miles per hour off the coast of Cornwall. And these push towards Cornwall and Devon of the UK into Sunday afternoon. Very strong winds. Look at that streak of red and purple through that Bristol Channel. Very localised, but very severe. And quite short-lived as well. But could be some damage with that. Then we move off into Monday. Now, brace yourself for what we're going to see. This is probably one of the most ridiculous charts for wind speeds I've ever seen for Ireland. Here we go. Monday at midnight. You're probably wondering what all this fuss is about, because wind gusts about 15 to about like 10 to 15 miles per hour quite widely. 3 a.m. Monday. Some strong winds appearing to our southwest. Nothing bad. 6 a.m. Okay, we're seeing gusts of between 60 and 70 miles per hour off our coasts. Now, 9 a.m. What do you think of this? Widely at 9 a.m. Get the right chart there. In the south of the country, between 40 and 50 miles per hour, but into Kerry and West Cork, between widely 60 and 80 miles per hour. And in this section from North Kerry towards West Cork, 100 to 115 miles per hour. That's in excess of, I think I'd say it's definitely in excess of 150 kilometers per hour, getting closer towards 200 kph on this section. That looks like a stinger, actually. This does. Now, don't get overwhelmed because it probably will be downgraded, definitely so. I highly doubt that this will verify. It looks just too severe. But that is one of the most ridiculously strong, wind charts I've ever seen forecasted for Ireland. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just wow? I'm awestruck by this. It is literally just a localized area of record-breaking winds, I'd say. Those would be if they came off. 12 p.m. Monday, strong winds up the east of Ulster, about 40 to 50 miles per hour, 60 on the coast. In South Leinster and East Munster, between 60 and also 75 miles per hour inland, up to 80 or above that on coasts. I think 80 would be about 140 kph. I hope I'm right in saying that. I think it's a bit less than that, actually, about 130. But still, extreme winds were definitely worthy of a red warning, and if there were a warning more severe than that would be issues for that system if it just came off. Anyway, that clears through, bringing severe winds for a time, also to Wales and parts of England, up to 60 to 80 miles per hour, very strong winds, also moving inland on Monday evening of the UK and slowly pushing towards the North Sea for Tuesday morning. Tuesday is a calmer day, but next low is coming in for Wednesday. Tuesday at 3 p.m. We're seeing winds gusting towards 50 miles per hour in the southeast and southwest, but out to the sea in excess of 100 miles per hour. Really severe weather is shown on this chart. Don't take it too seriously at the moment. I'll say it's definitely overdone. I can't imagine 3 systems coming in with such intense wind speeds. I mean, 3 systems, severe systems, 3 days in a row. On Sunday, we see that system into Cornwall, Devon, and Bristol. Monday, we see it over Munster, Leinster, and Wales, and England. And Tuesday, we see probably coming in. We'll probably see it coming through here. Very exceptional charts. Probably won't verify, but is of note that we could see some stormy weather next week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.